my God, what have we done to you? Lord, I'm so sorry. You poor thing, you must feel like you're just surrounded by enemies. Taya turned you into the police and testified against you. Sam's quite convinced you feel he betrayed you. Kevin's trying to destroy you. And I wasn't even here. I'm sorry. Kevin's quite sure you're faking, Todd. I don't really think it matters. Obviously, you had to get away from your life. You couldn't take it anymore. And believe me, I know how that feels. If you can hear me, and if you want me to know, I will keep it a secret, I promise you that.
Are you going to stand by Todd?
Yes, of course I will. And you?
Mrs. Carpenter, Mrs. Manning, I'm glad you're both here. We have further test results. There appears to be no metabolic or neurological origin to Mr. Manning's condition.
What does that mean?
The tests point to a severe psychological breakdown, possibly brought on by a major depression or mania.
Do you have some sort of treatment in mind?
Well, there's several options. We can try drug therapy. There's some very effective antidepressants available.
Is that what you recommend?
He might respond even faster to electroshock therapy.
No.
It's a very effective and highly respected treatment.
Well, why can't you just wait?
Given the absence of any indication of spontaneous recovery, the quicker we bring him around, the better it is. But don't worry, you have some time before you have to make any irrevocable decisions for your husband, Mrs. Manning.
Well, I probably shouldn't be the one making them anyway. Todd and I are separated.
Legally?
No.
Well, in that case, you're still responsible for his treatment.
Well, would it help, if we talked to him and tried to get him to respond?
I encourage it. But in some cases, the more severe depression that exists, the harder it is for the patient to recover, spontaneous or otherwise. But it's not hopeless. Excuse me.
What do I do?
Have you two really reached the end of the line?
We can't go on. We'll destroy each other. If we haven't already.
Look, I don't blame you for not being able to handle Todd's love. It's not a very pretty or sweetly sentimental kind of love, is it?
He doesn't love me.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. And if you can manage it, I think that love is going to give him strength. Because quite frankly, Taya, he's depending on us, on you and me, to bring him out of this.
Seems like decades since that night at the palace when Todd got down on one knee and proposed to me. I think that's the closest we've ever come to being normal.
Yes, well, that was the night that Georgie Phillips was murdered.
Vicki, I think you'll have to make all the medical decisions for Todd. I don't trust myself. I don't trust him. I actually think he could be faking just to see how I'll react. Just so he can recover and blame me for doing the wrong thing. Or to avoid going to prison.
I don't think it's as simple as that. In any case, I'm not going to abandon him. I can't. My family didn't abandon me when I was ill. And Lord knows I gave them enough cause. Even Clint. We weren't even married when I fell apart. Yet he was there for me whenever I needed him.
Well,
as badly as I hurt him, he was always there for me.
I'm, not as good a person as Clint is, I guess.
But you're here.
Not that does anyone much good.
Oh, I think you'd be surprised. Taya, I'll make the medical decisions if you really want me to do that. But there's something that he needs from you that I can't give him. And that's your forgiveness. And I'm not saying that without it, we'll never be able to bring him back. And I'm not saying that it'll definitely save him. Can you afford not to take the risk?
We've been married for over a year, and this is the first time I felt your heartbeat. Can you feel my hand? Do you even know I'm here? You're human after all, huh? If you were faking, would you let me do this, huh? Or this? Or this?
We've got him started on antidepressants, but I suggest in this case we go into a more aggressive form of therapy, electroconvulsive therapy. I know it sounds frightening, but the fact is it works for many people.
Well, it also sounds dangerous.
Well, there's risk in any treatment, but don't worry, we have a full life support capabilities available.
You mean he could...
That's the worst scenario. The vast majority of patients, the dangers are minimal. But, so if you'd like to proceed, I'll need you to sign some consent forms.
Excuse me, Doctor, but I just don't think Mrs. Manning is in any shape right now to make any decision to sign anything, so...
You have been under quite a strain. But you must make a decision soon. The longer you wait, the greater the possible risk.
I understand.
Thank you.
I just wish he'd give me a sign. I'm sorry, this hasn't been easy.
It never is. Well?
You're the expert. I'll go with your recommendation.
Electroconvulsive therapy.
So, what's first? Paperwork, right?
Yes. Once you sign the forms, we can begin treatment.
I need to go in and see Todd.
It's after hours, Captain. What for?
Look, my mother and I have been going at each other's throats over this whole thing. We had a long talk about him. I think I'm beginning to understand how and why she loves him, so I would just like to go in and see him, talk to him on her behalf. Can you let me in?
So what happened, Todd? Huh? What'd you do, hear us out in the hallway and decide you're going to take us for a little ride?
It doesn't matter anyway. I'll have to stop faking by tomorrow.
Why? What's tomorrow?
He's scheduled for ECT. Electroconvulsive therapy. Otherwise known as shock treatment, Todd.
You have one new message. I will play one new message.
Taya? You gotta help me.